Pete's ute is his pride and joy. It's kitted out to fit both his work tools and his fishing gear. But he was robbed at knife point during an overnight stay at a country motel. Not only was his ute stolen, it was set on fire. However, the real kicker came after.
Something I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy, you know, so I'm just sick of looking behind me back all the time. It feels like I've got to have eyes in the back of my head. That's the fear of God that's put into you, yeah.
2:17 in the morning, a country motel, October last year, and thieves have their target.
A torch in my face and saying, give us all your money and your keys, and threatening with weapons, and I jumped myself out of bed, and I'm not too sure how I did it, but I got both of them outside. There was two of them. He kept telling me to F and back up, mate, or I'm going to stab you.
In less than 60 seconds, the thieves are driving away in a stolen ute. That ute was Pete's.
I wasn't so concerned about myself, I'll be honest. It was my son. That's all I worried about.
Pete's teenage son was in the motel room, and armed with just a pillow, he realised he wasn't in a winning position.
And then after seeing my ute and all my valuables disappear down the road, it was a nightmare, yeah.
The ute was found dumped in bushland a few days later, torched and stripped of anything of value.
The ute was kitted out for builder's purpose, you know. It was had lots of slide-out drawers, all custom-built, toolboxes underneath toolboxes, and everything was lockable, secured, all that sort of thing. However, when we found the ute, everything was opened up, smashed up. You know, it had all pretty much any bloke's dream to have off-road.
It was his pride and joy, kitted out for fishing and exploring the great outdoors. As a builder, it was also his office. He lost tens of thousands of dollars worth of tools, as well as fishing gear, camping equipment and sentimental belongings.
Because I knew what every nut and bolt and that bloody thing. And it come into the vicinity of $40,000 of what was in the back of my ute, yeah. And then plus the ute on top.
The master builders in Queensland paid out $5,000 to replace some of Pete's stolen tools. And while the vehicle itself was covered by his insurer, RACQ, his comprehensive insurance policy didn't cover anything else which was stolen or damaged that night. Pete was in for a shock.
With all the contents and everything that I had and lost and stolen and burnt, the insurance company wouldn't cover me for any of that at all. How the bloody hell is this my fault that someone's bashed me door in, threatened to steal me ute and stole our goods?
While his insurer did pay market value for the ute, the theft has left Pete $40,000 out of pocket.
RACQ, when someone says that you've got full comprehensive insurance, you believe, or one, you would believe that you're fully insured for absolutely anything and anywhere and at any time. And that doesn't seem to be the case.
Pete's now back working, but the trauma hasn't left him. For anyone, tough or not, that night would have been horrific. Pete's been battling with the mental side of things, and he's brave enough to say so.
I don't think I slept for 4 days. I was just completely wide awake. So that took its toll on itself, but mentally I'm getting better with help. There's no doubt about that. And if I didn't have that help, I'd probably be curled up in a ball in a corner, you know.
Moree is a town well known as a hotspot for youth crime, break-ins, vehicle theft and home invasions. So when Pete and his son chose to bed down for the night on their long journey home, they went out of their way to find a hotel which had security gates. The Phoenix Hotel states on their guest policy the gates will be locked after 9:30 p.m. That night, as you can see, the gates weren't. Pete has asked the hotel for a please explain and even some help to cover his losses. He's been met with silence.
I'm just pissed off with the way things are handled these days, you know. No one's got any duty of care anymore. So, you know, like if someone robbed us and stole everything, I'd be the first person to say to our house guests, here, we've got a liability, here we go, we're going to help you out.
That's tough, isn't it? And RACQ reiterated its comprehensive motor vehicle insurance policy doesn't cover theft of personal property from a vehicle and never did. It is a real lesson to read the fine print.